Hi y'all, welcome to day 15. We're officially halfway through. So today we're focusing on connection to yang energy. So if you've heard of yin and yang, yin being calm, moon, feminine, yang being fire, masculine, really high energy. And I'm really excited to show you this flow. It's kind of a combination of everything we've done this week. So you've seen all of the poses. We're just kind of adding them all together and connecting deeper into that internal fire. So one of my favorite quotes from my teacher, Christina Sell, is asana gives us a language to speak to ourselves, to find out what lights us up and how to follow that. So through today's practice, I really want you to connect to what poses really like fire you up and what gets you going, and see if even there's some poses where you're like, if you can still keep that light going just for the next half an hour or so. So we'll start in a comfortable kneeling position. If you have any knee problems, you can totally sit down regularly. I like to sit up on one block, or you can always use a bolster. We're going to start with Kapalabhati breathing. This is known as skull shining breath. It's a very high energy breath. If you are pregnant, have high blood pressure, or are bleeding right now, please don't do this breath. Just have a calm breath while we practice this, and then you can meet up with this afterwards. So closing the eyes and letting the hands rest wherever they're comfortable. And just start connecting to your natural breath. So for this specific breath, what we'll be doing, we'll be having a sharp exhale out the nose, and then the inhale will happen naturally in the belly. So just hearing it from your side before we start, it'll sound like this. And even if you want to look for a moment, you'll see my belly. It's a contraction on the exhale, and then it naturally fills up. So if you want to look, it's... So the inhale comes very naturally. We're not having to think about that at all. It just happens after the strong exhale. So we'll do 3 rounds of that together. So taking a deep breath in, and an exhale out the mouth. And taking about a half breath in, and then begin. Slowing down the breath. And finding a slow breath for 3 counts. And exhale. Again, inhaling for 3. And exhaling. Last time, inhaling for 3. And exhaling. Repeating this again. If you feel lightheaded or anything, please just continue a normal breath. Inhaling and exhale. Inhaling halfway and begin. Slowing down. Letting that yang energy, that fire energy flow through you. And preparing for one last round. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling halfway. Begin. Slowing down. One last long breath. And blinking the eyes open. You might feel a little bit more energized. So we'll move the block off to the side of the mat, coming onto hands and knees. Shifting side to side here, we'll look towards the right hip, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling back to center and looking over the left shoulder and towards the left hip. Repeating that again, looking over to the right, hips shift to the right. Repeating to the left, hip shift to the left. Coming to center in traditional cat and cow. Inhale as you open into cow. And exhale as you come to cat. Inhaling back to center. And coming into cow. And exhaling to cat. Coming to a neutral spine, tucking the toes under, raising the knees off just for a moment here. Inhaling. And then exhale, downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet, bending into one knee and then the other. We were kneeling for a little bit, so be gentle and take your time in this first downward facing dog, finding a little bit of space and room behind the knees. And then slowly walking the hands towards the feet instead of the feet towards the hands. Pretty deep bend in the knees here. Grabbing opposite elbows and just swaying side to side in ragdoll. Placing the hands down and walking back towards a plank pose. Inhaling when you arrive. And exhale, downward facing dog. Repeating that again. Inhale, coming to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. This may look familiar by this point. Inhale, coming to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking another moment to pedal the feet out. And then finding a sense of stillness. Raising the right leg up on the inhale. And let's begin building that fire again. Exhaling, knee comes towards the chest. Head reaches towards the knees. Inhale, extending high. Exhale, right knee reaches towards the left tricep. Inhale, extending the leg high. Exhale, right knee towards right tricep. Inhale, extending the leg high. Placing the right knee down on the ground, moving towards assisted side plank. Reaching the left arm overhead, reaching those fingertips towards the top of the mat. Finding a stretch of the side body here. Reaching that left hand down to the ground. Three-legged dog, the right leg raises up. And exhale, placing the right leg down. Repeating that on the left. Inhale, raising the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, coming forward towards plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthening up. This time stepping the knee forward, dropping the knee down. The right sole of the foot comes down. Right arm raises towards the ceiling and then overhead for the right side body stretch. Inhaling and exhale, curling down, coming back to three-legged dog, raising that left leg up. Placing the foot down, and then step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, raising the arms towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold as you release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, placing the hands down, stepping back to plank, inhaling here. Lowering down with or without the knees. Inhaling into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Raising the right leg up and exhaling, knee to nose again, coming towards plank. Inhale, lengthening out. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthening out. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthening out. This time it's your choice to drop the right knee down or come onto the left side of the foot, stacking the right foot over the right leg. If If you're in side plank with assistance, you'll be right hand down, left arm up. If you're in full side plank, the left hand will be down, the right arm up. Releasing the right hand down to plank and returning to downward facing dog. Inhale, raising the left leg up. Exhaling, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhaling, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, reaching the left leg high. Left leg, left tricep. Inhale, lengthening out. We got this. And then choosing your pose, the left knee can come down, right leg extends long, or coming onto the right side of the foot, extending the left arm high. You bet, I'm shaking right there with you. Inhaling here, exhaling to plank, and back to downward facing dog. Step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bending through the knees. Inhale, raising the arms up. Continuing our flow of energy. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping back to plank. Option to flow here or take child's pose or straight to downward facing dog. It's your choice. Moving at your own pace. Listening to your body. Remembering to connect to that yang energy, but also finding balance in the yin if needed. Raising the right leg on the inhale. And exhale, stepping that right foot forward between the hands. We'll keep the back heel off the ground. Starting on fingertips and then raising the arms up for a high lunge. Take a moment to slow down the breath. This pose takes a lot of energy, but see if you can connect into a little bit of a slower moment to calm down the nervous system. Inhaling, reaching that left thigh towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactusing the arm, bending the back knee. The knee might gently touch the ground. And then inhale, lengthening. Keeping the bend in that front knee. Exhale, cactusing the arms again. And inhale, lengthening. Cactusing the arms last time. Inhale, lengthening, connecting to that fire, feeling strong. Exhale, reaching the hands down, stepping back to plank. Choosing a flow here or skipping it straight to downward facing dog, it's up to you. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Keeping that back heel raised. If this pose feels a little wobbly to you, walk that right or the left foot out to the left side a little bit more. Inhale, raising the arms up. Pushing through the big toe ball mound of both feet. Bending into that front knee while the back thigh bone reaches towards the ceiling. Pulling the core towards the stomach, or towards the back. Stacking the shoulders over the hips. Inhaling. Exhale, bending the back knee, cactusing the arms. Inhale, strengthening. Exhale, bending the back arms. Inhale, straightening everything out. I just said strengthening on accident, but it makes sense. Exhale, bending the back leg. Inhale, lengthening out. Last time, release the hands down. Stepping back to plank, straight to down dog for everyone this time. Opening the knees wide. Toes come to touch. Hips sit back. Allow the belly to fill up and become heavy. As much as we want to connect to that inner fire, we want to continue balance. We want to keep the body moving physically, but we want to also stay connected to the parasympathetic nervous system. So allow yourself to slow down just for a moment. Slowly coming up onto the knees and preparing for dolphin pose. We've done this a couple times this week. It's a great fire builder, as you've probably realized. Grabbing opposite elbows to find your setup. Interlacing the fingers in front of you, tucking the toes under, engaging the core and reaching the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale as you come forward and exhale as you come back. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, coming back. Continuing connecting to your strength. Inhaling forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale, come back. One more time, you've got this. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back, dropping the knees down, sitting the hips back again. See how slow you can let the breath become. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Coming back up onto hands and knees and arriving in downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. And then slowly step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising the arms up. Palms come to touch. And exhale, hands through heart center. Adding on a new pose today. It's something I've been really excited to show you, especially after doing so much heart opening earlier this week. And it's dancer pose. So we'll root down through the right foot and the left arm will come back to grab the inside of the foot if possible or the outside. And the right hand will come to heart center. This is definitely bus stop number 1, and if you want to stay here, this is a wonderful quad stretch, and of course, a good test of balance. If you'd like to add on, we'll push the foot into the back of the hand. We'll raise the right arm high. And then you might start to tilt forward, continuing to push that foot into the hand to come into full dancer. Using the gaze to focus on something that's not moving to balance. One more breath here. Inhale, coming up through center. Releasing the back leg, raising it up to center, and then right into figure 4 stretch, which we haven't done in a little bit, but adding it on, crossing it over the right ankle, sitting the hips low, hands come to heart center. Staying connected to that inner fire. If that voice, that inner roommate is telling you, we can't do this, I don't want to do this anymore, connect back to that powerful voice. Your true voice. Inhale, bringing the leg up through center. Release the leg down and let that go. Do a little circle. Shake it off. And repeating that all on the other side. Rooting down through the left foot, bringing the right arm back to grab the foot on the inside or outside. And hand comes to heart center. Again, bus stop number 1. Bus stop number 2 is reaching that left arm high, pushing the foot into the hand, opening up through that front shoulder. And then bus stop number 3, we start to tilt forward, reaching that left arm forward just as far as we're reaching that right foot back. Again, finding that duality in the physical asana. Yin and yang, forward and back. Inhale, slowly coming up to center. Releasing the foot, bringing the knee up to center, crossing the right foot over the left knee, hands come to heart center, sitting the hips low, figure 4, balancing.
Since we have built quite a bit of fire, how can you now call on the opposite energy? That yin, that moon energy. We'll be touching on that a little bit deeper this week. Slowly inhale, raising the right leg up through center, placing the leg down. Shake it off. If you enjoyed the little spin, do it the other way. And coming into one last balancing pose, hands come to heart center, and we'll squat down. You can place the hands down for a moment if you'd like. We'll raise the heels off the ground. And you can keep the fingertips low, or maybe hands come to heart center. See if you can reach the back of the head towards the wall behind you to help stack the crown of the head over the shoulders over the hips. And then in one fluid movement, see if you can go from here into boat pose. Sitting the hips low, grabbing behind the knees and opening through the heart. Staying here with the arms. You can also release the arms to the sides, or you can extend the legs high. Not feeling that today. I'm going to bend the knees. Inhaling here. Exhale, releasing the legs down. Scooting the hips forward so you have enough room to lie down, and come onto your backs. Place one hand on the belly and one hand over the heart. Maybe even checking in with the heart rate for a moment. Taking another opportunity to slow this down. Yoga is a very interesting thing because we're really pushing the body physically, but we're trying to keep the parasympathetic nervous system in control. Placing the feet hips width apart, pretty close in towards the hips, as though you could almost touch the heels with the hands. We'll place the hands down beside the feet. Inhaling here. Exhale, rounding through the spine, reaching the hips towards the ceiling. And then rolling the shoulders underneath and interlacing the fingers behind the back, if that feels okay in your body. Another inhale here. And exhaling. Releasing the arms. Rolling the shoulders back down and slowly lowering the hips. Walking the feet out to the edges of the mat and letting the knees fall in towards one another. And resting here. Just for a moment. Walking your feet back to center. And then taking bridge pose again, or if you have full wheel in your practice, you can take that. I will be touching on that soon, maybe in a week or so. If you haven't done it before, stick to bridge and we will get to it. Inhaling. Exhale, rolling the hips towards the ceiling. Reaching through the pelvis and rolling the shoulders under the back. Interlacing the fingers or keeping the hands down by the sides, it's up to you. See if you can relax the throat and jaw here as much as possible. Inhaling. And exhaling, lowering down, releasing the shoulders, walking the feet out to the edges of the mat. Knees come to touch. Slowly walking the feet back to center. Rolling over onto either side and coming up to a seat just for a moment. Doing a little bit of side stretching, extending the left leg long, bending the right leg in. Inhale, raising both arms high. And then exhale, lowering the left hand either onto the leg or inside of the leg. It's up to you. The right arm comes to the lower back to start. The goal here is not to get the torso to the leg. The goal is to open up through the chest and release the torso towards the ground. Again, inhale, spiraling the heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, releasing the leg down, or the torso down. Maybe bringing fingertips to the side of the head. Bust up number 2. Or you can reach those fingertips towards the left toes. If that feels like too much of a strain on the shoulder, though, feel free to come back to the head or the lower back. And slowly coming up to center, letting the head and neck be the last pieces to arrive. Switching sides, extending the right leg out to the side, keeping the left leg bent in. Inhale, raising the arms high. And exhale, now the right arm lowers onto the leg or inside of the leg. And the left arm starts on the lower back. Inhale, opening through the heart. And exhale, releasing towards the leg. Repeating that again. Inhale, opening. And exhale, release. Option to bring fingertips to the side of the head. Or reaching fingertips towards the right toes. Again, just being gentle on the shoulder. We've done plenty today. We don't need to push anything. And slowly unraveling that top arm and letting the torso come back. Again, head and neck are last. And for our last seated fold, we'll come to a wide-legged forward fold. If you want to sit up on a blanket, this is a really nice time for that. Just to aid the hips forward a little bit. If you arrive and this is plenty of a stretch for you, just stay here, maybe close the eyes and deepen the breath. If you want to go a little bit further from here, you can start leading with the heart and stomach as you start to walk the hands forward. Periodically taking a moment to pause to lengthen the spine as you inhale. And then exhale, release. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Releasing the chin to the chest finally to let the rest of the neck relax. Slowly walking the hands back to center. Assisting one leg and then the other, back to center. Coming off the blanket if you had it. And we'll come back onto our backs. Bending the knees towards the chest when you do arrive and rocking side to side. And taking the next minute or so to do any last pose that you would like for your body. That could be a twist, happy baby, could be shoulder stand if that's in your practice. Again, we'll be doing that later. Or even if you're just ready for Shavasana, you can take that now. Just doing whatever your body needs. If you are twisting, make sure to do the other side just to stay even. whenever you're ready and feel finished with your last stretch, extend your legs long, arms come down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Closing the eyes, making any little wiggles or adjustments you need to really relax. Knowing that we have done a lot today. And we need to balance that out by rest. So allow yourself to fully arrive here in Shavasana. begin connecting back to yourself, your breath. Bring some gentle movements in the fingers and toes. Bending the knees, placing the feet on the ground, and rolling over onto either side, using your upper arm as a pillow for the head. And slowly making your way up to any comfortable seated position. And we'll meet with our hands together in front of the heart. Take a moment to really thank yourself for all of your hard work today. And there might have been times where you didn't want to continue or you didn't think it was possible, but you did it. Always know that the light and love within me is so honored and proud to witness the light and love within each of you. Namaste.
You did it. We did it. That was tough, but that was great. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to hear what it is that lights that fire within you. I like to dance in my living room or go hiking or hang out with friends, and I'd love to see pictures or videos or anything that you would like to share about what you do to really light that fire within. So thank you so much for your practice, and I will see you on the mat tomorrow. Have a good day.